Welcome to another live stream Watchalong reaction. This afternoon we are watching and reacting to Germany versus Curaçao FIFA World Cup 2026 Group E. Match 1. Will we see a massive upset? Probably not. Can Curaçao play better in the competition? Can they exceed expectations and not be slaughtered by the German like everyone thinks? They're probably going to get slaughtered. I just hope. I mean, I expected it. I hate to see it, honestly. But what else can I say? How we doing, Captain Falcon? No. And off gets Deutschland. Deutschland they'll probably kick Curaçao's ass. I hope Curaçao fights hard, but they probably won't. Starting 11s are as follows for Germany in goal: Manuel Neuer, Joshua Kimmich, Jonathan Tah, Schlotterbeck, Nathaniel Brown, Alexander Pavlovich, Felix Nemecha, Leroy Sané, Jamal Musiala, Florian Wirtz, Kai Havertz. For Curaçao in goal, Eloy Room, Deveron Fonville, left back, center back, Armando Obispo, Richard Lee, Bazor, Sherelle Floranis, right back, Juninho Bacuna, Leandro Bacuna, Lavano Comencia, Tahith Chong, Jurgen Locadia, and Sanjay Hansen for Curaçao. But no, they'll probably get dominated. Very likely so. That's just some about... I hope you don't mean that like I think you mean that. With that being said, our second stream of the day, of course, we were live for Formula 1, and I probably am guaranteed. I'm probably sure some of y'all were probably sleeping because of that damn Australia game. I was up. Y'all weren't, and I understand that completely, even if you got more sleep than me. I told you I'd be here for every game. It's tough, but so damn be it, yeah? With that being said, here we are. I would tell every player on Curaçao to be a defender. And that's just, my God. You are anti-football. You are anti-football. I mean, I know, if you're going to go down, I got 3.5 hours of sleep. Which is about what I expected, honestly. It's a closed roof at NRG Stadium in Texas. Jalal Jayed from Morocco is the referee. So even though it's raining, no worries. But I got the Formula 1 done, and here we are. I got 3 hours of sleep. About sort of what I expected, I won't lie. Hamza El Farik, the VAR referee. You can tell some of these VAR referees don't really want to smile. You can tell some are happy to be there. Some really couldn't be arsed. I mean, understandable, I guess, but... Our second of 5 streams today, and the review for this match will be our second of 3. Neuer, Brown, Schlotterbeck, Tah, Kimmich, Nemecha, Pavlovich, Florian Wirtz, Jamal Musiala, Leroy Sané, Kai Havertz. Here's my thing. I'm not a guy who's going to be a punk ass. If we're going down on our own sword. We ain't going to be punks. If we're outpowered, we're going down on our sword. Eloy Room, Fonville, Obispo, Bazor, Floranis, Bacuna, Taif Chong, Juninho Bacuna, Comencia, Hansen, Locadia. For example, let's say the Pirate is called and Toronto FC is playing Man City in the Club World Cup. If we're going down on our sword. We ain't going down like punks playing anti-football. We're not going to just play anti-football because we're playing the best team in the world. If we're going to win, we're going to win going at them. If we're going to lose, we're going to lose going at them. So be it. So be it. I ain't afraid of nobody. We may be the underdogs, but if we win, we're winning by going at them. If we lose with our respect. We lose with our dignity. Australia played with anti-football and won. Yeah, but I mean, it's 50-50, but I wouldn't say they were playing anti-football. They just played really good defense, and they're a tough team. There's a difference. Arsenal's anti-football, and they're a Premier League team. It's about mentality. Yeah, Germany is Germany. But if I was Curaçao, I'd be like, shit, this is the best chance we'll ever have. This is the first World Cup we ever made. Let's go out with a blaze of glory, because we're probably going to lose. What's the difference between losing 7-0 and 1-0? Here's the thing. Here's the worst one. Here's the worst one. Losing 7-0 when you're parking the fucking bus. If they do that, that sucks. I wouldn't let Germany in the box. They're going to get in there. Even if you park the bus, they're going to get in there. That's how talented they are compared to Curaçao. And we're off. They're going to get in there. Oh, yes, the team that eliminated us from 2022 qualifiers by parking the bus will not play anti-football. I didn't say they weren't. I said I wouldn't. There's a difference. Wait, Guatemala got eliminated by Curaçao? Wait. Fuck, I forgot about that. Oh, yeah, Curaçao did make the second round, didn't they? El Salvador, Canada, Haiti. Oh, yeah, that's how El Salvador made the final octo, yeah. Didn't they beat Curaçao, El Salvador? Yeah. Either way. Okay, that's worrying. Maybe I do need some fish. That's kind of worrying. Germany, best finished 4-time champions 2014. Maybe I should start eating some fish. That's a little bit worrying. Either way. First FIFA World Cup appearance, one of 4 nations making their debut in this tournament. For how much they expanded, that's kind of crazy. It's only 4. Smallest nation to ever qualify for a FIFA World Cup is Curaçao. So far, Curaçao hasn't allowed anything. See, actually, point is, if you're going to lose 7-0, 5-6, 7-0, you might as well do it going forward. You might as well do it trying to play some football. Like, parking the bus and losing 1-0 and playing football and losing 7-0 to somebody who's much more better, much more talented. I'd rather lose 7-0 playing football than 1-0 not, or just playing freaking anti-football and parking the bus. You're losing anyway. Why not lose with some honor? What, you're telling me people would be pissed? I think people would notice, hey, they tried to play football and they got their ass whipped because of it. Instead of, oh, well, they parked the bus and still lost 1-0. What's the point? I don't totally understand that, frankly. It's not my... Yeah. I mean, they have the speed to do it. Yeah. I mean, they're going to have to defend. Yeah, I mean, you're going to defend at some point in a football match, but mark them. Get at them. Go for the ball. You have the speed. Do it. But again, it's not my decision. I don't get it. Like, it's not my... I don't respect. Here's the thing. They might have a shot. What if they actually have a shot at lucky loser later on? If they let Germany score 7 on them, it might affect their chances. They probably won't. Here's the dirty little secret. The other teams in their group are Ivory Coast and Ecuador. Well, I mean, Ivory Coast did win an AFCON a couple of years ago, and Ecuador is pretty solid. Ecuador should beat Curaçao. Ivory Coast won an AFCON pretty recently. Curaçao is definitely the most likely team to finish bottom of this group. Even if I think they have a solid squad and a good coach. But fair enough, I guess. Yeah, but again, understandable, but I still don't think in those. If it was my team, I still don't think in those, the shades of gray. I think in black or white, frankly. And the black or white is this. You either play with heart and go down fighting, or you go down covering your face. Shot. You go down like a turtle. What would you rather do? If you know you're going to lose, most likely. Then again, ask Switzerland, ask Qatar. People thought Qatar would lose their ass to Switzerland, but this is worse. Goal! Already 5 minutes in. 1-0 Germany. Felix Nemecha scores. 1-0 with a banger. Oh, is this going to be a repeat of Bayern versus Auckland City? Maybe. Felix Nemecha with a goal. Where they park the bus or not, doesn't matter now. What a goal, Felix Nemecha. Florian Wirtz with the assist. 6 minute. 1-0 Germany. Could have worn the Bayern jersey tonight. You fools, because Germany is Germany. Where was the defense? That was a good goal. That was an amazing goal. I don't think you could really stop that. Hell, Eloy Room, that was a good shot. Like, why would you blame the defense there? That was just a good shot. Okay. So what, I guess every champion playing in the World Cup has a gold patch on their sleeves? Is that the thing? I don't know. What a shot by Nemecha. This is about to be a repeat of Auckland City versus Bayern, yeah? Curaçao's playing the role of Auckland City, but Germany's playing the role of Bayern, which, with guest stars Borussia Dortmund. Let's see, Neuer. Didn't Neuer play that match? Kimmich, Ta, Schlotterbeck, Brown, guest stars. Oh, Frankfurt guy as well. Dortmund, Nemecha, Pavlovic, Bayern Munich, Wirtz, Liverpool, Bayern Munich, Musiala, Bayern Munich, well, Galatasaray, Sane, but didn't he play that game, Sane? So, yeah, fitting, I guess. Kai Havertz, Arsenal. Yeah, this is about to be how bad does it be for there to be a forfeit? Well, you're playing the 90 minutes unless their heart stops. And even then, didn't they finish the game later on in Euros? Either way, this is the World Cup. And Germany's very high class. They're very, high level. I don't know how you defend what Nemecha did. He just picked his head up and said, I'm shooting the ball, and he shot it and scored. I don't know exactly how you... Oh, my God, he almost got a second. Holy shit. Oh, my God. Nemecha said, fuck Curaçao. I'm going to try to beat them myself. Oh, my God. You mean less than 3? There's no way this is less than 3. How about that? You don't think Germany could score 4 or 5 or 6? Curaçao seems to not really be parking the bus, and honestly, I wouldn't right now. You just got scored on 5 minutes in. Ay, ay, ay. Jesus. All those German fans are very confident. I would be too. Curaçao needs to defend better. I mean, on the Nemecha goal and near chance, like, what exactly do you want them to do? Throw somebody in front of the ball? Like, he legitimately picked up his head and said, I'm going to shoot. The system's not working. Well, tell that to Dick Advocat, not me. I have nothing to do with this. have nothing to do with this. And I really don't want to have anything to do with this. Aren't they a Dutch nation? Yes, they are. Oh, that's funny. Blocked away. Curaçao plays, then the Netherlands play. Back to back. Play a back five. And you are an anti-football haram ball jackass. But again, it's not my call. I didn't say I was going to bet, but okay. Playing forward. Shot wide. Goal kick. Sane almost got a second there. Ugh. This is just, man. If I didn't expect this, I'd feel sorry for Curaçao. If I didn't expect this so much, I would have been surprised. Or if I didn't expect this so much, I feel sorry for him. But hey, here's the good news. Hey, Dillon, how happy are you that the first Germany goal was scored by a Borussia Dortmund guy? Take that, Bayern. He's going to be playing for Bayern in 2 weeks, isn't he? As soon as this tournament's over, he's going to Bayern, yeah? Probably. Probably. Knowing German football, yeah, he's probably going to, yeah. Knowing German football, well, okay, that's too early. But if he does this against Ivory Coast or Ecuador or keeps on playing this good, Nemecha, again, shot saved by Eloy Room. Jesus Christ. Nemecha might be man of the match, and I didn't expect that. Isn't this dude a defensive mid? The fuck? Okay. All right. Okay. Dude's better than just a defensive midfielder. I'll tell you that right now. 3 shots. 1 goal, and he should have honestly probably had 2. Yeah, he's going. Yeah, if he has another good performance at this level, he might be in Bayern in about a month. Knowing German football, of course. That's why I said Curaçao needed tougher teams in their qualifiers group because they did struggle against Jamaica. Yeah, but, dude, I think you're more critical to Curaçao than actual Curaçao people are. I hope you realize that. Like, I think Curaçaoans, we'll just go with it. Curaçaoans are probably happy they're just at the World Cup. I think you're way more critical than people who are actually Curaçaoan. Nemecha with the early banger. Isn't Russian? I think it's fake news. And besides, wasn't it supposed to be wasn't that if the Riquelme won the presidency, they try to do the release clause for Holland? Now, if Man City get relegated and those 115 charges absolutely do them, he might. For a lot less than a release clause. The only way I actually see Holland going to Madrid this summer is if Man City get done for the 115 and they get relegated wide. That's the only way. That's the only way. Because where else would he go? Holland makes £900,000 per week. Unless they get relegated and get rid of Mbappe, he's going nowhere. Well, here's what they can do. Get rid of Vinny, put Mbappe on the wing, and put Holland at the 9. Because Vinny is the problem. And Holland and Mbappe can play the wing as well. Vinny is the problem. Holland is striker. Mbappe is left wing. Who says no? Who says no? if Man City get relegated. Well, at least Haiti didn't look as bad as Curaçao. But then again, it was Scotland versus Haiti and Germany versus Curaçao. I think we all kind of saw this one coming. I thought Haiti had a chance, especially after the New Zealand game, and they played like they had a chance and probably should have drawn. This is like, no. I'm not saying Curaçao's bad, but Germany's actually a contender. I know, I just said Haiti played Scotland, and yeah, Germany's much tougher than Scotland. That's exactly what I said. What? Am I actually that tired? I'm not realizing that I'm confusing you, or am I tripping somehow? Because I exactly said Germany is tougher than Scotland. Scotland on paper, talent-wise, is closer to New Zealand than they are Germany. And you could tell that because Haiti probably should have drawn Scotland, if not beaten them, with the way they played, if they could have finished. That's a sport for you, I guess. Germany, Curaçao never had a chance in hell. They never had a chance in hell, let's be real. Like, you think Qatar, Switzerland was a crazy result? Times that by 10. If Curaçao were to get something out of this. Times that by 10. Maybe 15. Germany has 60% possession, and honestly, they should have more than one goal. Playing forward. Havertz. I mean, but again, personally, Germany are better than USA. Well, they're not in the USA's group, so we'll cross that bridge when we get there. If we get there. We'll cross that bridge when we get there if they get there. And yeah, Germany's better than Canada, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there if we get there. Hell, Germany's better than Mexico, but again, we'll cross that bridge when we get there if we get there. I didn't say I couldn't be realistic. Ivory Coast, Ecuador, and Sweden, Tunisia on FS1 tonight. The Japan-Netherlands game is on Fox. '18th minute, 1-0. Back to Eloy Room. Hey, Dillon, are you afraid that Nemecha is going to be at Bayern in the next month or two? If he does too good at the World Cup, he's going to Bayern. You know that, right? I'm sure you're used to it. Why do they, though? Like, that makes... Like, I know other teams sending players to Bayern sort of makes sense. Dortmund, arguably, not going to lie, Curaçao are definitely going to be going far at the Gold Cup. Well, it depends on if the big three bring weaker rosters. I mean, yeah, I think Curaçao is a solid team for CONCACAF in Nations League. I don't know about Nations League. They might play one of the big three during the, or big four in that case, during the quarterfinals. But other than that, actually, are they still in League A? Hold on, I got to make sure. Playing forward is Curaçao. Ball crossed in. Header. Taif Chong headed it away. Oh. Over the bar. I'm just trying to make sure. Nations League. Okay. 2026-27. We'll have the draw in July, by the way, which will be live for that. League A. Curaçao's still in League A. Okay, they're still in League A. The top four CONCACAF teams will have a bye to the quarterfinals. As is usual. So League A match day 1, 2, 3, 4 quarterfinals and play in November. Yeah, so it's 4 games per. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Besides the big 3, who's better in Curaçao, Haiti, and Panama? Who? Jamaica? If Jamaica could actually figure shit out, maybe. If their players actually cared, maybe. But they won't. So. Maybe Guatemala? Maybe Suriname? I mean, Suriname bottled it hard. Let's be real. But Suriname has the quality. I mean, they were where they needed to be. Shot, goal! Oh my God! Curaçao scored! 1-1. Their first ever World Cup goal. Curaçao. Oh my God. That's why you don't park the bus. That's why you go down on your sword. Shit like that can happen. See, this is why I say that. This is why I say that. This is why I say go down on your sword. Don't park the bus, because shit like that can happen. That's what I'm talking about. Comencia with a goal. Levano Comencia with a goal. What a goal, too. Played backwards by Lacadia, and Comencia was right there to take the shot and slot it home past Manuel Neuer. Yeah, Schlotterbeck got done dirty there, I'm not going to lie. Remember the name, Curaçao. Levano Comencia. Comencia. Levano Comencia scored the goal. Curaçao's first World Cup goal. 1-1. Oh my God. But see, that's exactly what I said. This is exactly why I say don't go down parking the bus. Go down on your sword, because shit like that can happen. Don't be afraid. And it's a water break. Here's the hydration break. 21st minute. Comencia. Curaçao drawing Germany. Who's better? Blue Wave is drowning Germany. Well, I mean, that was pretty good against them on a play. Who's better in Curaçao now? Other Haiti and Panama was right. Well, fair enough. I didn't say you were wrong. I was like, maybe Suriname. Wait, what? Shoot, but... Okay. I wasn't even told this. All right, shoot. I wasn't even told this. Shoot. As they should. As they should, yeah. I didn't hear about that, but as they should. Told y'all Germany ain't scoring more than 3. Okay, that one you might be right about. You know what? That one you might be right about at this point. Thank God I didn't bet on it. Thank God I didn't bet on it. Huh. I'm glad I didn't. You might have had a point. You know what? They're bringing Neuer back for this. Well, what else do they have? Like what? You're telling me you'd rather have Nubel or Baumann in goal for Germany? No, you don't. An old-ass Neuer is still better than Newell and Baumann. And I wouldn't say the goal was his fault. Have you gotten one prediction right? I had Mexico beating South Africa. I had South Korea beating Czechia. I had the USA beating Paraguay. I had Australia drawing Turkey, so that was wrong. I had Canada beating Bosnia. That was wrong. I had Germany beating Curaçao, which looks like it's wrong as it stands. What else? I had Switzerland beating Qatar. That was wrong. So, I mean, I got a prediction right. I got a couple of predictions right so far. See what happens with Japan later. I think I had a draw there. Either way. 3 goals and 21 appearances for Comencia. Was that Contour's real call? Huh, cool. Germany's defense is weak. I've seen it against Slovakia. Well, it's got to be really weak if they got scored on by Curaçao. I mean, Curaçao's good. This is the 6th largest gap in FIFA rankings in FIFA World Cup history, if you care about that. And Curaçao is drawing Germany as it stands. Now, will that change? Probably. But I hope they hold on. That's got to be one of the biggest, even if this is just a draw. Say this holds. Say this draw holds. This has got to be one of the biggest upsets in World Cup history. Like, I think we could call this one of the biggest draw upsets ever. But if Curaçao just holds on to draw, this has to be one of the biggest upsets in World Cup history. Like, has to be. And that's no slight against Curaçao, but, 27th minute. That does really make Canada look bad, though. Ball crossed in. Free kick from Kimmich. Cross in. Header! Saved and pushed over the bar by Eloy Room. Great save. But the lore happened there. So Turkey isn't good. They only beat Kosovo 1-0 at home. Great save. I never thought that would happen. People are going to come to the World Cup, even if immigration makes it tough for some people. And it's the World Cup. People will go to those games. I know the Club World Cup made it look like it was going to end badly, but the Club World Cup was a little bit of a disappointment, I won't lie. This, though, seems like every stadium has been full. Whether it's the countries or just Americans coming to see the games. Shot punched away. But again, let's also not exactly forget the Club World Cup was really badly promoted comparatively to the World Cup. The World Cup kind of carries its own weight, honestly, the men's World Cup, even the women's World Cup to a certain extent. But, like, when you hear World Cup, that carries its own weight. It's like the Super Bowl. It's like the Super Bowl in America, in North America. You hear Super Bowl, you're going to watch the Super Bowl, at least for the commercials. It's kind of like you want to be part of it. You want to be part of it. Even if you don't like football, gridiron football, you want to be part of it. The World Cup's sort of like that. I never thought the attendance at the World Cup was going to be bad because there's at least people in America that want to be a part of it, even with the prices being so high. Want to be a part of it because it's the World Cup. Just like how people want to be a part of the Super Bowl and the festivities around the Super Bowl every year, even if they don't like football. People are like, I don't really want to be at a Super Bowl party. They end up at a Super Bowl party at least wanting to watch the damn halftime show and the ads. I've heard it enough. Just like everybody reposts stories about, hey, the USA beat Paraguay or whatever, the USA's final scores, right? People who I know don't even watch football repost those scores. Shot blocked away. So, or Canada for that matter. So, I don't think there was ever really a worry about the World Cup being a problem, even though the Club World Cup made it look bad for a while. Yeah, I agree with that. But I expected Haiti to play well against Scotland, to be honest. As I said, if you watched my prediction video, I said Haiti could draw Scotland. I said I thought Haiti would draw Scotland, and frankly, they should have. The thought I had wasn't wrong. Haiti made me look bad because they couldn't finish. I said 2-2 draw. It could have been a 1-1 draw. Should have probably been a 1-1 draw. But I'm not going to sit here and take that as a wrong prediction. Like, yeah, factually it is. Factually, my prediction of Haiti drawing Scotland was a wrong prediction. But the thought process I had that made that prediction was absolutely on the money. Goes right back to Germany's defense. Taif Chong played it right to the defense. I mean, factually, what I was thinking was correct. CONCACAF is underrated. CONCACAF has really done well these 4 days, except for Canada. USA wins. Mexico wins. Canada draws. Haiti lost, but they should have drawn. And Curaçao's drawing. And I could say all 4 of those performances were better than Canada's. Playing forward, Curaçao. But at least Canada drew, yeah, but depends on what you see out of Bosnia. Well, I mean, Germany's a high-level team. That's what I've been saying for years. Welcome to the club. Part of the reason why that myth persists is because we are afraid. See, that's the thing. They are beatable. PSG are not immortal. Barcelona are not immortal. Real Madrid are not immortal. Germany is not immortal. England is not immortal. They're beatable. David and Goliath, buddy. They might be better. They might be better on paper. But it's about when you play scared, you play to lose. Curaçao's not playing scared, and I like that. You don't play scared. That's the worst thing you could do. Playing scared makes you lose. Welcome to the real world. You don't play scared. Playing prepared is a different thing, but you don't play scared. And a lot of teams who are under CONMEBOL and UEFA play scared of them. And what happens? If you played them like you were equal, they don't look as unbeatable. Curaçao had a good amount of momentum around their goal, but mostly Germany. So you cheated at Montana's corner. Ah, well, there you go. CONCACAF got to get more spots now. Come on, Gianni. If you want to go further, AFC's grown too. They're undefeated so far versus European teams. Qatar, Korea, Australia. I think football is getting better overall, in general, around the world. And I think that's a good thing. Oh, BKL with a $10 super chat. Thank you, BKL. Let's read what it says. Hey, fellas, I feel unbelievable. I couldn't stop drinking a bunch of beers till I could celebrate this championship. Call me crazy. This is the best series of NBA I ever watched. Go, New York, go. Not going to lie, really proud of Curaçao. Alex says 29's a trash player. Gold Cup finna be a movie, Ryan. I told you no more than 3 goals. Verts has been completely anonymous, Ryan. Well, he has been all year. Verts has been completely anonymous. Also, football isn't the same as 20 years ago, 30 years ago. All countries pretty much know the basics of football and tactics. Eventually, the gap is going to narrow down. Yeah, I see what you're saying, Blitzo. It pisses me off a little how some people to this day still don't know that their MLS team exists. It does piss me off, too, soccer guy. It pisses me off, too. But again, thank you for the $10 super chat, BKL. Thank you. And congratulations to New York. Why did New York fans destroy taxis and buses, though? So they did destroy the city. I didn't see anything, honestly, much. I didn't see many posts about it until, I saw some burning like right before I started the Formula One stream. I don't know. Was it a bus or something? I don't know. Curaçao's on fire. They're playing well. I hope they keep going. Over the bar by Bacuna. I hope Curaçao keeps playing this well. Like, I love this for them. But this is exactly why I said. And this wasn't a shot at them. Well, I guess part of their celebration is a riot. But I don't understand that as much as I do, like, Vancouver in 2010. Or 2011. 2011. Vancouver burning because of the Stanley Cup Finals, that made sense to me, sort of. I didn't say I agreed with it, but, you know. I didn't say I agreed with it, but at least that made more sense to me. Vancouver's a cursed city when it comes to the NHL, and then they burnt their city down. But they actually rioted the last 2 times they lost the Stanley Cup Final. Quick question for the chant. Does the World Cup count for CONCACAF points? Because if it does, Nations League could be interesting. CONCACAF ranking points, I think the World Cup counts for a CONCACAF ranking points, which is why I think they're doing the Nations League draw after the World Cup, because that would have been unfair. I can see why they waited to do the Nations League draw at the end of July. Because most teams, it was July 29th, I think, is the draw for the Nations League, yeah? So those points will be factored into the draw, and whoever the top 4 is, of course, it would have to be one of the 4 teams or 6 teams who were in the World Cup. I'm going to guess probably USA, Mexico, and Canada. You know that means Canada, USA semifinal then, right? For Nations League? Well, here's the thing about that. The semifinals are seeded by the points that teams get in the quarterfinal. So whoever performs the best in the quarterfinal are the winning quarterfinalists. It'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. But yeah, it's very likely that Canada's going to get one of USA or Mexico for their semifinal, because it would be pretty impossible. It would be nigh impossible. I'm not saying, well, Canada could get first and end up playing somebody else. Goal for Germany. It's 37th minute. Here's a corner. Corner for Germany. Brown to take it. Ball crossed in. Header, goal. Germany scores the header off the corner. And the goal comes from Schlotterbeck, who paid himself back. Schlotterbeck got absolutely burnt on the goal for Curaçao, and he comes back and says, I got you guys, and gets the goal back. Schlotterbeck with a header. He pays for his mistake. 38th minute, 2-1 Germany. Never mind. It is what it is. Germany with the Arsenal goal. Well, Kai Havertz plays for Germany, so that makes sense. I mean, Curaçao still has a chance, though. They were always going to win an aerial play. It is what it is. I don't think Curaçao's done yet, though, but Nathaniel Brown with the assist, Schlotterbeck with a goal. He got burned on the Curaçao goal. He answers back with a header on the corner. Set piece again, ole, ole. Set piece again, ole, ole. 39th minute. Whoa. Damn. 39th minute. Curaçao, come on, guys. Come on and tie it back up. I mean, they brought the energy. I mean, Curaçao, even if they lose, you know what? If this is how it holds, or they get another goal and they lose 3-2, they can keep their heads held high. This is not exactly what I expected. I saw what you said, Blitzo. I saw what you said. Is this somebody new? Because I didn't even know. Or is this, or did you get back together with, I don't know. Is this somebody new? Do you admit that the US17 will do better in Canada this tournament? I had US17 going further in my bracket because I didn't want to put Canada over Portugal because somebody would have called me nuts. I have the USA going to the quarterfinals in this tournament. So, honestly, I've already admitted it. Like, I think if Canada wins their group and ends up playing Portugal in the round of 16, that's an actually winnable match, even though I picked Portugal over Canada. But I've already admitted that. I've already admitted USA is going to go further in this tournament than Canada, at least by my predictions. Because I had the USA making the quarterfinals and Canada losing in the round of 16. So, what's your prediction for Netherlands versus Japan? I think it's a 2-2 draw. Oh, you got back together with her, okay. Okay. So payback is what you just did, basically. For lack of a better term. Saved from what I heard. From what I heard, lack of a better term, payback. Well, yeah. Playing forward. Third minute. Third minute. Damn. Fair enough. Yeah, there's a player who plays for Violette playing for a player that plays for Violette playing for Haiti. Yeah. I said that during the Haiti stream and the roster show. I honestly think they look better when Messi isn't playing. I don't think they're going to be gone. Even when Messi retires, I don't think Argentina is going to be out of it. No, I think Argentina is still going to be one of the favorites and actually having a chance. So as long as Scaloni stays, they play better without Messi. I think they have a chance soon. Of course, later on, of course, but I think I have a 2-2 draw between Netherlands and Japan, but I want Japan to win. Of course. "45th minute. Here's a chance. Germany's shot blocked away. Antonelli received a 5-second penalty for leaving the track 4 times during the race, but he DNF'd anyway, so. You're right. You're right. 4 minutes of stoppage time. 2-1 Germany over Curaçao, but Curaçao's put up a damn good fight. We'll review this game once it's over. And then we'll be back for Japan, Netherlands. And then we'll review that game. After that one's over, then we'll be live for Ivory Coast versus Ecuador, just alive. Sweden, Tunisia, just alive. Yeah, I think we'll just, Playing forward, Sweden. Well, they are wearing blue and yellow. Curaçao. Plays forward, saved. How the heck are Germany only winning 2-1? Curaçao is playing. Curaçao trying to get some out of this. They're playing well. I mean, for way over expectations, for sure. They are playing well, but I think Curaçao are playing well, but they're playing way over expectations for this match. I don't know if Germany are frauds or Curaçao's just really good. Europeans aren't used to playing in warmer weather. That might also be true, but they're playing inside of a dome. Playing forward. Germany. Into the box. Goes down. Penalty. No, that's a dive. You got to be kidding me. Dive. Penalty para Germany. Para Alemania. That was a dive, though. I'm sorry. That was a dive. You got to be kidding me. Bullshit. He dived. VAR, please. VAR, please. Come on now. Nah, there's no dive. Nemecho goes. Nah, he dived. He jumped and then dived. I don't see the contact. Now you can't give that as a pen. You cannot give that. You cannot give that. Come on, VAR. That's crazy. No era penal. No era penal. Pinche FIFA. No era penal. $2 super chat for Ozon. Thank you. No era penal. No era penal. Pinche FIFA. No era penal. Oh, man. I still can't. Every time the World Cup comes up, now I'm going to have to watch that video again. It's a penalty for Germany. It still is a penalty. Kai Havertz to take it. Oh, man. Really? That's not... So this is a penalty. You got to be kidding me. That's just harsh. Kai Havertz to take the penalty. 49th minute. The last kick of the half, most likely. Well, they'll probably add some... I don't know. Just let it be. No, it was Nemecho who went down, but okay. Kai Havertz, shot, goal! Right past Eloy Room, and it's 3-1 Germany. So this is Curaçao's Croatia moment, eh? 3-1 Germany. Soft pen. Havertz as expected. Samina, waka waka, 60 million down the drain. Kai Havertz scores again. Samina, waka waka, 60 million down the drain. Kai Havertz scores again. Yeah. He was going to ask for it, wasn't he? Yeah, sure. 3-1. Pretty good penalty, though. He got his name back. Good try. Now Germany will smash it 5 or 6. Never a pen. It was never a pen, but FIFA is absolute. That was bullshit. No era penal. I agree. Maybe a little bit of a touch. Halftime, it's 3-1 Germany. Hard done by. Curaçao's about to have their Croatia moment. Actually, though, didn't Canada lead that game? And then they took 4 unanswered? Yeah. Well, yeah, close enough. 3-1. Wait, Canada led that game, didn't they? They scored first, and then they ate 4 unanswered. Yeah. And then they lost 4-1. Actually, yeah, that's how it went, right? Either way, close enough. A draw for Curaçao would have felt like Canada leading Croatia, wouldn't it have? Similar feelings. Fair enough. Yeah, this kind of feels like I know how you feel, I know how you feel, Curaçao, because I felt it 4 years ago when Davies scored against Croatia. I feel the same way. Thoughts on Cabo Verde replicating this performance tomorrow? I don't think they will. I think they're actually going to get their shit rocked. I can't say I'm completely surprised Curaçao's put up a good fight. Watching CONCACAF, I haven't watched enough Cabo Verde. But I would have to imagine that they're probably actually going to get their shit rocked. But surprise me, eh? Maybe some African fan will pop up and say, well, Cabo Verde is sort of like Africa's Curaçao. Well, we'll find out, right? If that happens, we'll find out. I hope that it's a better game than that. But God only knows, yeah? With that being said, we'll take a short break at the halftime of the stats, get this one going. 3-1 Germany. 3-1 to Germany. With that being said, we will be back soon. Sit tight. No hate here. I respect Curaçao's effort the first half, says Dillon. I do too. And that penalty was soft, though. That wasn't even a penalty. It should have only been 2-1. But it feels exactly like Curaçao. I know how exactly they feel. This is basically Canada, Croatia all over again. No, this ain't Bayern versus Auckland City again. No, this is Canada, Curaçao all over again, which he did catch him, to be fair. Barely. Yeah, barely. But that means I'll take a short break. 3-1. We're back. We're back for the stats at the half. We got 71% possession to 29% possession, 16 shots to 4, 6 shots on goal to 2. Holy crap, 36 touches the opposition box to 4. We got 288 accurate passes to 112, 88% pass accuracy to 81, 6 corners to 0, 16 shots to 4, 6 shots on goal to 2. We got 326 passes to 138. We got 228, 88% pass accuracy to 81% pass accuracy, 8 throws to 3. 0 offside to 0, 0 yellow cards to 0, 0 red cards to 0, 7 fouls to 5. It's 3-1 to Germany. Frankly, Germany, I wouldn't say they've been much better than Curaçao. I think Curaçao's put up a good fight. Germany has had a very clinical game in the box, and that penalty was bullshit. Close to bullshit. Overall, if I'm Curaçao, I'm proud of the performance so far. Like, Curaçao really should only be down 1, frankly. Curaçao's going down on their sword. If they're going down on their sword, and they can be proud of that. Germany hasn't been too much better. They haven't been too much better. Like, 3-1's kind of not exactly how this game went, I'm going to be honest. Or what it looked like, I should say. With this being said, $45 more minutes to go in this game. Then we have Netherlands, Japan, and then 2 other games. With that being said, we'll get this one going. 3-1 to Germany, and Curaçao's putting up a good fight, I gotta say. But we'll see how this one goes. We'll review this one once it's over. And we'll be back. What did Schäferin say about... Okay. Schäferin called many matches being uninteresting at this FIFA World Cup. And Morocco said they respectfully but reject these comments, firmly reject the comments. You know what, though? I'm going to say this about Schäferin's statements. I got to say, every game at this World Cup has been amazing. Every game at this World Cup has been awesome. Like, none of these have been meaningless, and they've been played amazingly. Like, I've not been bored one bit. Even when Mexico was dominating South Africa, you know? I think every one of these games has been entertaining. Like, we haven't seen a bad match yet. And I'm glad. Like, even though the tournament expanded, I think every match has been amazing. I think every match has been interesting. And I think that's good. So I don't see how you could say these matches don't matter and that these are uninteresting matches. Second half. Curaçao coming out for the second half. Antonis coming on for Curaçao. For number 12, Hansen. Antonis for Hansen. And we're off. Big up CONCACAF. I agree. And we're off. (3-1) Germany. 45 minutes. Here we go. Playing forward. Germany on the ball. Well, that's crazy. I didn't realize this. This World Cup game features the youngest and oldest managers at the World Cup. Nagelsmann being the youngest at 38, Dick Advocaat being the oldest at 78. Goal! Germany! Germany makes it 4. Musiala scores. 4-1. 4-1 Germany. Musiala scores 4-1. 47th minute. Curaçao just gave up. Well, I said this was basically Canada, Croatia all over again. That's game. Yeah. Played forward. Kimmich plays it in. Musiala's right there. Oh, what a shot, though. Oh, damn. Oof. Side foot and just perfect angle to beat Eloy Room. Oh, that's dirty. Oof. 4-1 Jamal Musiala. That is the 48th minute. Four to 1. Now this is about to get, that's game set and match. Yep. And I mean, the goal was, that was an exclamation point. for sure. Absolutely crazy goal being scored. There we go. '48th minute. Damn, that's just... that takes talent. That takes quality to score that. Absolutely beautiful goal by Musiala there. Wasn't he the one that got hurt at the Club World Cup, by the way? Yeah, he's the one who got hurt at the Club World Cup. Yeah, yep. 48th minute. 45 minutes, got injured right at the half. Came back in January. Yep. 49th minute. Back on American soil, he makes a big answer. Yeah, he broke his ankle. It was hanging on tendons or ligaments. Yeah. I remember watching that. That was a gnarly injury. I was just making sure I had the right information. I was making sure I was remembering correctly. I remember the injury itself, and I thought it was him, but that was gnarly. Like the ankle injury itself. And the fact that DAZN showed the clip of that injury and showed him getting treatment, that was just harsh, man. Like the way DAZN handled that was just bad. But he's back on American soil about 11 months later, and he scores in a World Cup game to make it 4-1. He's back. Different stadium, though. I know. I can't say I'm surprised. 50th minute. Then again, do you want to keep a guy who doesn't even want to be there? '50th minute. Yeah, he was onside. Musiala. How the Spurs choke every single game. Which one? Tottenham or San Antonio? They just do. Either or. '51st minute. San Antonio. They just did choke. I mean, I think it's the youth on their team compared to the experience on New York. I think that's exactly why it happened the way it happened. New York had more experience and they were playing better as a team. San Antonio was very inexperienced, and Wemby was basically, and Stephon Castle for the most part, were the main guys. I think New York is just more experience in general. The youth and inexperience of San Antonio showed out against New York. Sort of what happened to LeBron in his first finals, you know? Cleared away by Neuer, 52nd minute. '53rd minute. No, I just think he was an idiot. At least Haiti put up a fight versus Scotland. Interested in Group C. Well, problem with that is Brazil and Morocco will probably kick both their asses. So Group C is pretty much going to come down to the fact, does Brazil or Morocco choke against Haiti or Scotland? And if they don't, who beats them worse? That's pretty much what it's going to come down to. If they don't choke, if Brazil doesn't choke to either Haiti or Scotland and Morocco doesn't choke to them, who out of Brazil and Morocco on aggregate beats up worse on Haiti and Scotland is pretty much going to be the story. Blocked away in theory. But I mean, I guess that is interesting if you think about it. I mean, I guess that is interesting. I say Group B is more interesting. Only because everybody's on 1 point. So there's room for error, but there isn't in the same breath. '54th minute. '54th minute. Oh. 55th minute. '55 minutes of football. Playing forward. 55th minute. Ball played back. Curaçao on it. 55 minutes. Curaçao is the 81st unique nation to play at a FIFA World Cup. How many nations are in FIFA? 100 and something? 56 minutes. But 57th minute. 4-1 Germany. Musiala, 10 goals for Germany. Of course, when he scored the '57th minute. So Havertz scored a penalty. So Nemecha, Comencia, Havertz, Musiala. '58th minute. 58th minute. Netherlands, Japan. '59th minute, 4-1. Yeah, Curaçao's starting to get outplayed here. Saved by Eloy Room. Slides onto it. Curaçao's starting to get really outplayed here. I think they're starting to really run out of gas, and Germany are starting to truly show their quality gap, I think. Can't say I'm too shocked, but Curaçao's first half was an absolute fight. And I'm not going to lie, I think the penalty against them sort of demoralized them. Like at the stroke of halftime, the fact they gave up a penalty and it was converted, which probably expected. But the fact they gave up a penalty that was that soft at the stroke of halftime when it really should have been 2-1, I feel like that really demotivated them. Like, if it happened at the 37 minute, maybe that would have changed things. But the fact it happened right before halftime, honestly, you could have said the penalty was it. And the fact they basically gave up a goal as soon as they came back out, yeah, header. This feels like Canada versus Croatia 4 years ago. Yeah, that non-penalty made them think this whole thing is rigged. Yeah, I could see that. This kind of feels like Canada-Croatia 4 years ago, where Canada scored first, if I remember correctly. Then they ate 4 unanswered. Canada got their first ever World Cup goal, and they had the lead on Croatia, I think, instead of drawing. And then they ate 4 unanswered and lost the game 4-1. Instead, Curaçao scored an equalizer that was their first World Cup goal, and they looked like they could get some out of this game. And then they ate 3 unanswered goals. Curaçao was on top of the world, and they had the biggest moment in their country's history, and then it became a disaster soon after. Didn't take long for it to turn to a disaster. I can't help but think this is Canada-Croatia 2.0. And I know exactly how it feels, really. It's not fun, but either way. Free kick here for Curaçao. Ball crossed in. Header over the bar. 62 minutes. Brought down. Germany. Oh, wide. Sane puts it wide. 63rd minute wide. Is Alphonso Davies even going to play in this tournament? I would say by the Switzerland game. I mean, he was on the bench, and they're saying he's getting healthy enough. He's close. I don't know if he'll play against Qatar, but I definitely think he'll play against, if he does play, probably Switzerland to start. '64th minute. Undav coming on for Germany for Musiala. Sane Hasobet. Margarita coming on for Curaçao. Locadia off. Well, I mean, he is a striker. He's tall. If he's deceptively fast, what's the problem with it? Probably looks 20 pounds overweight, but is he 20 pounds overweight? I have no idea. Is the Dortmund player for Curaçao playing? Let's see. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. No, he's not on the pitch. 65th minute. '66th minute. No. 4-1 Germany, 66th minute. We'll review this game once it's over, then we'll be on to the Japan game. Oh. Free kick for Curaçao. Over the top. Headed away. Shot! Here's a chance. Onside. Tapped in. Offside. Curaçao are offside. Yeah, they're offside. Yeah. Didn't go off a defender either. So, yep, 4-1. Still. '67th minute. Playing forward, Germany blocked away. '67th minute. Ball crossed in. Blocked away. Germany shot, goal! Germany 5-1. Nathaniel Brown. 5-1. 5-1 for Germany. Nathaniel Brown. Scores. The American, or the guy who could have played for America, who plays for Germany, 5-1. 68th minute. 68. Ball lands to him. 5-1. And offside, though. But can you score with your hand? No. 3, 4. This is 5, 6. 2 composition books, and I'm on my 4th small book. Notebook. Water break. 69th minute. Yeah, what we're doing now. Yeah. Let's get the stats from that game as I'm waiting. Five, 1 in the 70th minute. The drinks break has ruined Curaçao's momentum. Well, how so? Of course it is. It does everybody. Three substitutions: Goretzka, Rudiger, and Raum. And that is all of Germany's. Well, no. They have 1 sub left. 72 minutes. I mean, you might as well make the subs considering the game's over. What's the worst that could happen? These water breaks effing stuff up. Yeah. Because whoever has the momentum before the water break is going to lose the momentum because of the water break. An indoor stadium don't need them like anything else. Like, let's be real. Nathaniel Brown is off. Fair enough. 73rd minute. 74th minute. 73rd minute. Eloy could have done better. I agree. '74th minute. '74th minute. Won last 9 games. Longest win streak since 79-80. That's crazy. That's got to be like all games. Really, they didn't have that long of a win streak when they were dominant. That's crazy. Ivory Coast, Ecuador, Sweden, Tunisia on FS1. Japan, Netherlands on Fox. '75 minutes and 90. Shot over the bar, Curaçao. Landon Donovan literally said this Germany team will get exposed against better teams that are not contenders. Yeah, he's wrong. Like, this Germany team is a contender. Whether you don't believe it or not. Germany are a contender, frankly. '76th minute. Oh, that's cool. Josie Altidore was working with Telemundo for USA Paraguay, and look how proud he was of the boys after the USA Paraguay game. Nice. '77th minute. Huh. '77th minute. Ball crossed in. Germany has a chance. Kimmich. Cross. Shot. Goal. 6-1. 6-1 Germany. Undav. Undav scores. 20 pounds overweight, eh? Don't matter if you're in the right position. Denny Undav scores a goal. 64th minute. Kimmich with 2 assists. Is he man of the match? Maybe. We'll see. Boom! Undav with a goal. Just side foots it and oh. Kind of embarrassing, man. of getting embarrassing. I won't lie. It's kind of getting embarrassing. It's kind of getting embarrassing. 78th minute. 6-1. I'm still doing an RSR for this game, but oof, what am I? Undav's been eating that Texas barbecue. Here's a chance, blocked away. Not exactly my vibe, but go ahead. I ain't gonna question it. Fresh brisket on the board. '79th minute. Fresh brisket on the board. So Curaçao plays Ecuador next on Saturday. Next Saturday, so 6 days from now. Then they play Thursday the 25th against Ivory Coast. Woo! I mean, I do like brisket. I do. I'm just not a fan of barbecue sauce, really. Again, sensory issue. Like, I'll eat brisket. I'll eat brisket. There's a dry rub or Southerner. But that's also brisket. Like, Southerner is also barbecue. I wouldn't say Mississippi barbecue is a big thing, but, you know. But I do like smoked brisket. I like smoked meat. I'm just not really a fan of... I'm more of a dry rub guy than a barbecue sauce guy. You know? That's more of a sensory issue than anything. I don't like really being messy. You know? And I feel like sauce is messy. So, yeah, it's more of a sensory issue than anything else. But I do love smoked brisket, especially with a dry rub or pulled pork with a dry rub. So, I mean, I do like barbecue. It's just not the sauce. Neurodivergence is a fun thing, isn't it? Neurodivergence and OCD is a fun thing. What's your prediction for Netherlands, Japan? I got a 2-2 draw, I think. Yeah, it was a 2-2 draw. But, yeah. The fact I don't like barbecue sauce is probably the OCD and the tism talking. Probably. Sensory issue. Sensory issue, yeah. It's not that I'm not really a fan of tomatoes either. But I don't mind ketchup. So, yeah, it's more of a sensory issue. You happy with the Swiss draw for Canada's chances, or would you prefer to win? It shows me Canada. Like, I think Canada as a team are better off playing a team like Switzerland. And in my opinion, Anton coming on for Germany, I think them chasing the ball and pressing the ball off of them, they will not be given the ball by Switzerland. They have to earn the ball. And I think that makes Canada look better. I think they play better that way under Jesse Marsch. So they're playing a team who's going to play like they're the better team. I think that helps them. And Switzerland doesn't look as good as people say they do. As long as we beat Qatar, we could win the group. I like our chances against Switzerland after that draw. Them drawing Qatar means we could beat them, especially since we're going to get the ball. And we could beat them on the counter. And our defense is pretty solid. So, overall, that draw is good for us because that means it's easier for us to win the group. And if we beat Switzerland and we beat Qatar, we're winning the group. because goal differential wise, I think we score more against those teams than Bosnia does, Qatar, and Switzerland. And I honestly think Switzerland-Bosnia will be a draw. Probably. And I don't think Bosnia beats Switzerland, but I think that definitely could easily be a draw. In Qatar, Bosnia probably wins that. But even if Bosnia beats Switzerland, I still think we would score more goals against Switzerland and Qatar than Bosnia does. So I actually like our chances to win the group after that game. Neurodivergent means you're not normal. Like you're not neurotypical. Like if you have autism or ADHD or ADD or OCD, or that means neurodivergent basically means you have one of the, or I guess other things as well, but you have a mental, I don't know if I'd say, you have a mental, I can't say disorder, but I wouldn't say disorder, but you have something different in your brain. Your brain's wired differently. Whether it's OCD, autism, ADD, ADHD, which probably anxiety, pretty much. It's a catch-all term. Not sure if it's me, but I feel like Cornelius has taken a step back since moving to France. A little bit, but I thought he played well against Bosnia. And I thought Luc de Fougereau was amazing, so Çalhanoğlu and Turkey fans are delusional. What happened? 85th minute. Well, I mean, I know what happened last night, but what'd they say? What'd they say? Well, I mean, I just read your comment, but whatever. I mean, yeah, the Turkey fans are delusional, but what did Çalhanoğlu say that made him delusional? What, did he disrespect Australia after they took an L? After Turkey had took the L? Did he do that or something? '86th minute. I hope there's no stoppage time here. I swear to God. Do we need it? Cucurella to Madrid. I know. He said Australia defended. We dominated the game. We're a better team. Questionable defending from both teams here. Fair enough. I mean, they had a lot of the ball, but if you don't score, does it matter? Well, but then you said Haiti played better than Scotland and Canada played better than Bosnia. They didn't score enough. Well, that's more hope anyway, I guess, than 87th minute. I don't know. Turkey did it in a way that didn't feel like they were really that close to scoring as Canada and Haiti did. But either way, I mean, maybe. But yeah, Cucurella to Madrid, I mean, I'm not too surprised. I come from a land down under. Wow. Damn it. Brain is, damn, the beach ball. 7-1. Holy shit. Giveaway. Here comes Germany. In through. Is it Havertz again? Yes! Kai Havertz chips the goalie. 7-1 Germany. Damn, Curaçao just got Braziled. Curaçao just got Braziled. Oh my God. Kai Havertz. '88 minutes. 7-1. You know what? No. I'm gonna change what genuinely went wrong for Curaçao. They were playing so good. Is it the water breaks? No, Germany's quality finally shone through. You know what? I think the stream speaks for itself. I'm going to leave this one alone. You know, I'm actually going to leave this one alone. We're just going to leave the stream as it is. It's not because I'm tired, but I really don't feel like talking about a 7-1 game. Oh, man. For a review. I feel like if I review it, I'm actually going to be rubbing salt in the wound. Even though I'm going to be nice to Curaçao, or even though I was going to be nice to Curaçao. But you know what? Quick schedule change. Germany, Curaçao, just a live stream. This is painful. We'll be back for Netherlands, Japan, and that's the only review today. Well, besides the F1. Go watch that while you're waiting. By the way, go watch that video while you're waiting. Even if I was doing the review. But, yeah, no, I honestly, I don't know what to say. So, I'm just going to leave this one alone. Full time. 5 minutes? Oh, you're assholes. 5 minutes of stoppage time. They're assholes. So, mega thumbnails win. I don't know. I like my thumbnails. But if I could pay somebody to actually make thumbnails and not just make them through AI. I mean, I don't make my... You know what I mean. 91st minute. '91st minute. I just hate this for Curaçao. 5 minutes of stoppage time is mean. That's just mean. I don't care. I can watch these games on cable. Why would I? 92 minutes. I know it's a site, but I have this on cable. Why would I use a dodgy site when I have this game on cable? Or YouTube TV, but you got my point. Like, why would I? Like, that's just too much work. Well, I mean, it is an internet protocol television, but... I don't know. My Wi-Fi actually isn't bad here, but I never thought YouTube TV was that behind. I mean, at the old house, I've never seen that behind. But I guess that tracks, considering TNT always seemed to step behind the NHL Game Center. Not as bad as ESPN, or ESPN wasn't as bad. And then the World Series maybe was a pitch behind. But, and I mean, there's a pitch clock, so either way, maybe it is worse here. I don't know. Like 50 seconds behind. Yeah, we get that. We get that. But honestly, Telemundo's worse. As I said, 2-2 draw, but I hope Japan wins. But as I said, we will be back for that stream when it starts. Because frankly, damn. 2 more minutes. Japan 3-1. I hope so. That's what I hope happens. But we'll be back in an hour. While you're waiting for me to be live, go watch the F1 review. And then we'll be live for the other 2 matches today, but those are just live streams as well. '94th minute. Well, I think there's some CONCACAF games with a timing that I wouldn't be able to do reviews for anyway, so. 95th minute, free kick for Germany, so this ain't too bad. So, since when do you cover F1? Since last summer. Because, I think the first one I did live was the, no, it wasn't. It was the Austrian Grand Prix last summer. It was the first one I did live. And then ever since, I've done most of them. I've done every Grand Prix this season, but I did a good bit in the second half last year. Until the ESPN situation happened, and then full time. I mean, it always kind of has been, though. Full time, 7-1, Germany. Jesus Christ. 7-1. So, with that being said, if you like this stream, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell. Notification once subscribe. Send some chats on live streams. Hit that hype button. Put this up in the algorithm. Hit that join button. Become a member. Send some chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put this in playlists. Share this with your friends and family. All that great stuff. I'll see you within the hour for Japan versus Netherlands. And then we'll review that game once it's over. And then we'll be back for Ecuador, Ivory Coast, and Sweden, Tunisia. So 3 more lives today, 1 review today, because scratch the review for this game, because there's no. It feels like making a eulogy if I did. So with that being said, I'll see you within the hour. Go watch the F1 video while you're waiting for the stream to start. I'll be back. I'm running them out. Peace. Yeah, that was hard to watch. Peace.